Yo, what up? Today we're playing one of my favorite games of all time, Resident Evil Revelations. We're going to start by playing the raid mode, which is like the stand-in for mercenaries. I love this mode. It's probably one of the best side games that Resident Evil has made. And we're just going to go through the first 5 stages together, and I'll try to explain things as we go. You just go through the level and you kill the enemies. If you've played Resident Evil Village in the mercenaries mode in that game, it's very similar to that. It's actually almost 1-to-1, except there's no, what do you call it, like upgrades or whatever you get in the level. The mercenaries in Village is more like a roguelike where you go in and you're like, oh, I get my knife upgrade, and I get my, my speed upgrade, and my health upgrade, and my block upgrade. But this one is more like a game that's not like that. I'm really good at explaining things, but you'll see what I mean. You get custom parts for your weapons. You can customize your loadout. Each character has their own like good stats for their weapons. So, like Jill is good with handguns and machine guns. Each level has 4 little challenges you can do. If you do 3 of them at the same time, you get the 4th one, which is the Trinity bonus. Beating the level at the recommended or below, at or below the recommended level for the mission, gets you one of them. Killing every enemy gets you another one, and not taking any damage gets you the 3rd. Doing all of them in one go gives you the Trinity bonus. I've already got the Trinity bonus for the first few levels, so we're just gonna run through and play just casually. Yeah, I played Revelations probably the most out of like next to Resident Evil 4. This is like the one I've played the most out of all the Resident Evils, and I love it very much. It was on the 3DS. It had a lot of content for a 3DS game, which was crazy. Street Pass on the 3DS let you like see other people in the game as like monsters, and they have that feature in the PC and console version as well, but I don't think it's actual people. I think it's just random names that they came up with. Beating the levels, doing the challenges gives you battle points. Battle points, you can use them in the store to buy new weapons and items and replenish your ammo and stuff. Pretty cool. I like this a lot. We're just going to play through the first 5 levels. There's 20 levels. There's 3 difficulties for each level. We're doing the easy difficulty because we haven't unlocked Trench, which is like normal. And then there's Hard, which is Abyss, but we need to beat Trench to unlock that. So we're just going to go to the next level. I'll show you the store, and then I'm not going to show you the store anymore after this, so pay attention. There's weapons. There's 3 weapons, and then there's 3 parts that you can get for your gun. And then there's replenish the consumables, which gives me my ammo back. You can get upgrades to hold more ammo and items and stuff. You can re-roll the shop if you didn't like the weapons and items. So like as you see, this is like different stuff now. And if I go back in one more time, it'll be different yet again. You have your weapons tab. I haven't put any modifications on, but I do have some weapons. You can put items on. I don't want to look for the F1 key right now, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you just customize your characters and stuff. You can change your level if you want to go for the challenges. So I'm gonna adjust my level here up to the level that I'm currently at, which is 8. Each character has costumes. Pretty cool. Rachel, Hunk. Yep. You got all that? Because I sure as fuck didn't. There's also options. I don't know why you would want to mess with the options, but you can if you want to. I'm ready. Each level is based on a part of the game, like a segment of the campaign. And I think that's really cool. You get to play basically the entire campaign again, but with like a twist. The amount of content in this game is just insane. I'm like genuinely surprised every single time. This guy's not dead. With my problem with new Resident Evils is that they don't always have content like this at launch. Like Resident Evil 7 had DLC, Resident Evil 8 had DLC. All of the Resident Evils have had like updates or DLCs that add content, except for Resident Evil 3 Remake because they hate us. And it's just like, oh, I'm gonna buy this game and I have to wait 3 months to actually have the full experience because they don't release content. Like they release games unfinished in 2026. And yes, this is about Resident Evil 9. I'm a little miffed that they didn't have any minigame to grind after I beat the game. And I think in the current year you should just release your game with everything instead of releasing the game and then being like, oh, we gotta finish it. See you in 2 months or whatever. But you know what? Maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm not with the times anymore. All I know is that this game is awesome. And I don't need new Resident Evil games when I have my favorite one. People seem to hate this one. I think the consensus is that this one kind of booty cheeks. And that makes me sad. I've been in some like streamers chats playing this game and everyone's just like clowning on it the whole time. And I think that's a little disappointing because this game's actually really good compared to like other games from other companies that come out now. Like for a 3DS game, this game was fucking awesome and I love it so much. Oh. That was flawless. That was flawless. It's flawless. One of my favorite parts about Resident Evil Revelations is how all of the enemies have different, like, things going on for them. So if I can break this guy's arms, breaking the basic enemy's arms stuns them. It's not just, like, one shot to the head with your machine gun and they die, like in other games of this, like, genre in Resident Evil. Which I think is pretty cool. All the enemies also have, like, weaknesses to certain weapons. So, like, basic ooze are weak to shotguns. Hunters are weak to rifles and machine guns. And, like, that's kind of the convention here. Some enemies are weak to, like, different types of grenades. Some enemies are weak to fucking knife damage, like the pufferfish in the last level. It's just very well thought out, and like the console version has content that the 3DS version didn't have, which is sick. Like there's enemies, I don't know what they're called because I'm unfamiliar with it. Ah! But they like they I think they're called like warts or something like that. They stick on the wall. Okay. Get away. They stick on the wall and they like come to life and they run at you and they grab you and then you die. It's pretty sick. There's like hella enemy variety in this game, and like the big criticism that people have with modern Resident Evil, like from 7 onwards, is that there's not a lot of enemy variety. They just kind of give you zombie enemies and then maybe like a dog or something. And like there's dogs in this game, there's these like zombie enemies, but there's at least 3 different types of these guys. There's the claw ones, there's the ones with the gun arm, and then there's the basic ones. Then there's the dogs, and then there's they're called Skag Deads. They're like the Dr. Salvador characters. There's, let me see. There's like the fish, the gyozos. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't speak Italian. But yeah, there's just hella, and there's these like little, like, I don't know what they're called. I call them like sea creepers or whatever. They're underground, they're underwater, and they jump up and they grab you, and they look kind of like chicken. I get hungry for chicken when I see them because they look like chicken. They look delicious. Ugh. Nice voice crack. Did you know that I just started puberty? Because I certainly didn't know that. Let me in. I just woke up like a couple hours ago. My life is cooked. Be gone. Be gone. And you can see that these, in raid mode, they have little modifiers next to their health bar. This one has high defense. There's like a fist that has high damage. There's the little blue guy that gives you high speed. And then there's a purple crown that gives you high everything. And those things are a pain in the ass. But we've got the crew quarters key, so we can go back to where we need to actually go. See, this guy's got the speed modifier. And now he's dead. He died a very painful death. Now we just go. Kill him. We can also go in here for a little detour where some more enemies are hiding. Ah! Ouch. Well, there goes our Trinity bonus, but that's okay, because I already got the Trinity bonus for this level anyway, so I just have a little bit of fear in my heart now. But we're okay. One little hit isn't going to do too much to us. Let's go over here and snipe this guy so we don't have to worry about him when we go through the door. Vanquished. Okay. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, if you're interested in more of this game, I can play the... After we're done with raid mode, which is going to be a few weeks of content, I'll play through the Infernal difficulty in one video. It'll probably be a pain in the ass to do, but I'll do it for the love of the game. Did you blow up? Okay, well, you can use the door to blow those guys up sometimes. That's a strategy I use in Infernal difficulty when the enemies are, when those guys are a little bit more prevalent. Bang. All right, let's go. Yippee! That was flawless. We did it. It wasn't totally flawless. It was a little bit flawed. We got bonked on our little baby head. This level I struggle with a little bit. This is where the dogs show up for the first time. Kind of a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've always struggled with dog enemies in Resident Evil. And like, I'm getting a little bit better at handling it, but... See, they... In like Resident Evil 5, for example, they're a little more threatening, but enemies in this game are kind of just big squares that walk towards you. Which, I mean, it certainly didn't feel that way playing it as a kid. I was, like, terrified, and I couldn't aim properly on a 3DS. They had, like, gyroscope aim on the 3DS, and I just hated the gyroscope stuff as a kid, so I just never did it. But maybe if I can, like, set up a capture card, we'll do a playthrough of the 3DS version, and I'll use the gyro aim. Okay. There we go. This grenade that I have is a decoy that will that the dogs will come to. It's a good little distraction to sort of manage your foes. There's another pufferfish here. The pufferfish aren't actually like main enemy or main game enemies. These are exclusive to raid mode, which I think is pretty neat. Bum, 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 bum. Hooray. I know people glaze the hell out of the Revelations 2 raid mode, which I haven't really played very much of, but this one's really special to me still. So if this does well, if I do well and enjoy this series and I don't hate it by the end, I'll do Rev 2 raid mode, and that'll be fun. I just want to do something different, you know, like every video that I do, I want it to be something that's something that not everybody else is doing, because my big problem with YouTube right now is that a new game will come out and every video in my sub box is like the same game, and it's a little bit fatiguing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love my friends who do YouTube, ouch, but like when Dead Space came out and every fucking video in my sub feed was Dead Space, I was kind of tired. Thankfully, it's not that bad anymore because I've just, like, done a big purge on who I'm subbed to. But back in the day when it was, like, the big heavy hitter YouTubers that I would subscribe to, all the big people would do the same 4 games. And it's almost like they have a group chat where it's like, oh, we're going to post fucking Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. So everybody's got to do it now. And the other thing I hate about YouTube is that when a new game comes out, YouTubers used to do things in a series. Like, when fucking Five Nights at Freddy's came out and Markiplier played it for the first time, he did that shit in a series. Every episode was, like, maybe 1 to 2 nights. And, like, you had to wait for the next episode. And now, with games, a new horror game will come out, or a new big game will come out in general, and it's like, oh, this game is 6 hours long, everybody's got to play the entire thing in 1 episode. And if you like the big people will do it, and it's like, oh, well, now I have to do it if I want to keep up, you know? Like, that's why I don't do horror YouTube like other people do, because it's like a big game comes out and it's like, oh, you gotta do the whole fucking thing in a single episode, and then it's gone forever. And I kind of miss the series culture, which is why I'm exclusively doing series. All that to say, I want to do things differently than the big people do. So if you are tired and fatigued of like the Mr. Beastification of YouTube, then maybe this is where you need to be. Because I know this is where I need to be for sure. The whole like Mr. Beastification. Hello, Amelia. Goodbye, Amelia. Yeah, the whole Mr. Beastification of YouTube has tired me out a little bit, and that's sort of why I started pursuing making videos on things that I enjoy instead of... Because, like, the shit I want to see in the world doesn't always exist because just of how trends and stuff work. So that's my advice to you. If you want to see something in the world and it doesn't exist, make it exist. Fuck it, you know? You only live once. It doesn't matter if anybody watches your videos or not. You make something that you want to see. You make something that makes you happy. You make something that makes you laugh, then you've succeeded in life. And I know it's not that hard. Excuse me. I know it's not that easy to just, It's a lot easier to say, oh, just do what makes you happy because of the world we live in. Like, you wake up and it's like, oh, I gotta go to work and fucking work 12 hours a day to barely survive, so I don't have time to do the things that make me happy. And it's sad. But, you know, I hope it gets better for everybody. I'm very, very lucky to get to do things that I want to do without having to worry about payment. I still live at home with my family, so, like, my bills are mostly covered. You know, I get my money from the government because of physical and mental disabilities. I don't really like talking about it too much because I have, like, hella ableism towards myself. Oh! Yeah, I don't really like to discuss that much, but it's just like, what I'm getting at is that I understand that I'm speaking from a place of privilege to say, like, oh, you should just do what makes you happy. Because not everybody can do that, unfortunately. Not everybody can just wake up and be like, oh, today all I have to do today is record a video for YouTube, and all I have to do today is write a chapter of a book, and all I have to do today is draw a picture of a squirrel or something. I didn't expect to get profound in this video. Maybe you like that kind of thing. Maybe you like it when people are honest with what they think about the world. And what I think is that capitalism has killed art, and I want to bring it back. And it's a little naive and, like, self-absorbed of me to think that I could, like, make any what do you say, like, meaningful change to how the entire world is, because I'm just one boy playing Resident Evil in my childhood bedroom. But, you know, sometimes that's all you need. I'm working on a Minecraft video right now, and basically the entire video is me being overly profound and, like, talking about life and life cycles and stuff and how things are in the world. So if you like this sort of conversation where I'm just kind of mindlessly yapping about things, then maybe you will like it when it comes out in a million months. I'm probably going to record more of it today. Hiya!
That was flawless.
We got through those 5 levels kind of quick, I'm not going to lie. I think that's about the length that I want these videos to go. So, yeah, I'll see you not next week. Next week we're going to do Sonic Adventure. We're going to have Sonic Adventure going, and we're going to have Resident Evil Revelations going. And that's going to be our, like, juggling act through the next couple months, where I play Sonic Adventure one week and Resident Evil Revelations another week. And we'll do that until we're done. Maybe a few other videos in between when I start getting tired of the 2 series. I might take, like, a break after we finish the first campaign of each, because, like, there's the easy mode for raid mode, and then there's, like, Sonic's playthrough. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna get out of here, and we're gonna see you guys next week with Sonic Adventure 1. Goodbye.